That innocent voice rang out crisp and clear on the quiet street, cutting through the father's heart like a sharp blade. He didn't know how to answer. Looking at his son's innocent face, he could only explain that adoption meant if your daddy wasn't doing a good enough job, you could get a new daddy who would do better. His son clearly didn't like this idea.
I don't want to adopt.
Before the father could respond, his son rushed off, following a trail of spilled paint on the ground, walking along the straight line. Maybe this was the little boy's way of avoiding sadness. The father's eyes welled up, filled with guilt and self-blame. He'd always felt like a failed father, unable to watch his child grow up day by day, unable to witness every important moment in his life. He desperately wished for more time, but death's scythe waits for no one. All he could do was turn his blessings and hopes into simple words of caution.
Don't fall, Michael. Be careful.
That day, dragging his pain-ridden body, the father tried walking the straight line like his son. He wanted to understand his child's heart, but the reality was this disease-ravaged body couldn't even maintain basic balance. Every step was difficult and painful. His frustration exploded in that moment. He became violent, kicking furiously at the car he depended on for survival. He realized he truly didn't have much time left, maybe not enough to find the right adoptive family for his son. The tearing pain in his body and frequent vomiting constantly reminded him that death's scythe was closing in. But a father's love is like a mountain. Even with death's blade at his throat, he fearlessly continued building a bright tomorrow for his son. The third adoptive family was a complex, diverse household. A black mother and white father with several biological children and adopted ones. They emphasized treating all children equally and promised this would be their last adoption. But the father noticed one child in the family was extremely rude, spouting profanity with no respect for parents or guests. The youngest child also showed hostility toward his son, eyes full of threat. His timid son pulled back his toy and turned to look at his father with anxious eyes. In that moment, the father had his answer. He understood his young son wouldn't receive enough love here. If so-called universal love diluted individual emotional bonds, his son would live in an environment that seemed warm but was actually cold. That kind of happiness wouldn't be real happiness. This time, the father decided to honor his son's feelings and directly rejected this family. Time was running out, yet he still didn't know how to explain to his son that he was dying.